Hi everybody, welcome to today's transmission. This is a sharing of an excerpt from the Twinflame Alignment workshop in March. So in this excerpt, and there will be others because it was a 2-hour workshop, we're speaking about some of the correlations between our healing sessions and movies and the messages that have been coming in around the divine masculine coming in to initiate divine union on the ground, and how he lands and how the twins find each other, particularly through the soul song, the alignment of the soul song. So yeah, we'll speak about that, and then I'll bring an activation through with artworks and light language. Here we go. Marlene and I've had some amazing synchronicities this week around the masculine's journey. And so at the same, I get a lot of information through movies. I pick them like tarot cards. I'm just astounded at what's going on in the movies that I happen to choose and work with. And what I connected with in that was the falling. He's coming down, he's coming down, and he's being guided to her, but he's got to be very discerning and very conscious as he's finding her, and she's meeting him on the ground. So this is the opposite to all the symbology I've been getting all along, which is she is the energetic and he is the physical, and she's coming down and he's coming up. So what I saw was the other way around. She's on the ground. She's not she's finding her way, and it's happening organically to the spot that he's going to land. And so as he's coming down, what I saw was he's navigating his way down by pulling down the right and the left to arrive at exactly the right spot. And he's learning it. He doesn't know how to do this. He's having to be conscious. He doesn't know what he's doing, and he's trying to land on this target. And so in both cases, it's an organic thing. She's coming across and he's coming down. And then as they do, she's hearing his name and she's calling out to him. And then as he hears her, and I'm also seeing this as a lot of the symbology coming in has been around the more we are authentic and in our truth, the brighter we are, the easier he can see us. When we're really loving ourselves, really honoring ourselves, being in our soul's purpose, being in our light, being bright, then he can see it's like the lighthouse, right, for him to land. And so I was getting this, Marlene was getting it through the song and the dance, and the both have the same soul song, hearing that. And I just think that's another way, or another element of the same thing, which is being in our truth, vibrating in our truth. And also the soul name. So just connecting to that and automatically coming together, but it's the landing point now. And he's really having to work it out. So this was then even more emphasized, confirmed, affirmed by the song that I then yesterday got in my head. And it was Madonna's
Like a prayer.
Like a Prayer. And the words were, just like a prayer, I'll take you there, just like a dream to me. So it's like the other dimension. Um, when you call my name. So again, it was like calling the name, being the vibration that you both are, being the unity vibration that you both are. It's calling the name, right? Or singing your soul song, when you call my name, it's like a little prayer. It, I'm going to take, and it takes me there, whatever it is. So it it connects through the dimensions and brings them into land, to the meeting point, to the unity point on the ground in the physical. And it feels like that's what this period of time is about, because it's been repetitive signs over and over again in very different ways. And even this time it came in through a song, and we're talking about the soul song as well. So yeah, it's I feel like that's that's what it's about right now. Yeah. And then the other thing is, at the end of the last workshop, when we were talking about the different Indian goddesses, I was getting, and it even came up in the transcript that the next step is Tracy share her Pavati um transmission. That one was about the soul song. She
Yeah.
is dancing already to his soul song because it's also her soul song, right? And so when he's singing his song and she's dancing, then they realize that they are one. So yeah, so again, the same theme coming through.
Yeah.
Ashakatia, Ashakatia kakashata ia katoshokataya tie, Ashati takatia toko toko itia katai, Akatotoko tia tia ta tia katoko itia tai, Ashakatia toya kataya tokoya, Ayakataya kashata I ashata ia kai, Ashakati I kai atoya ka ia tai, Ia koya ta ia kai atoi I, Ishakai tai. Isha tai, this heart and solar plexus. Ashatia kai, kia taya koya taia kai, ia kaya toi a aisha katia ai. The spectrums of light that enfold you now are resonant with the unity consciousness that you have been anchoring into the third dimensional spectrums. As these anchor, they advance your soul alignment and forward movement in your twin flame journey. There are multiple effects that will occur as a result of this alignment, and this is going to be seen within 3 days. Ashakatia kaataya katai, Ashakatia kaya takaya koi, Akatia koya taia kai, Ikataya koya ia tai, Iakatoya ka asha taaria tokoya kai, Akatoya ka atia kai, Akatia kai atoya ia tai ai. Isha taya koi, Isha taya koi, Isha taya koya taia katai ai, oi. Through the spectrums of light, there is a clarity of purpose and mission that is now anchoring. This clarity carries you in an unstructured but non, they're trying to say non-confused, like in a clear, very obvious way. It's not structured, but it's clear to you. You know how to walk this path in your purpose. There is no discrepancy, that there is only a clear path. And I'm seeing it like a misty, like a mist. I'm seeing it like a mist, which is funny because that's not clear. Mist isn't clear, but it's like the mist itself is the path. So it's like forms a path. The mist forms a path. Retrospectively, I now understand that mist to be something that another twin flame pair that were part of our twin flame alignment group expressed that they experienced around the same time, which was they could see that they were in another dimension, that we've shifted into another dimension, a higher dimension, and that the earth was undulating under their feet, and that they could also see this kind of light spectrums, or white light, which perhaps could be described as a mist. That was a language, like a light language in form that they could see. I believe this is what we were, I believe we were connecting to the same thing here. It's like a white energy, a diamond white energy. Ashakataya kataya kataya tokoya takaya taaya katai koko ayakatia kai kotoko koya takai shiti ki. So I'm seeing two things simultaneously to share with you. So one is this painting. So I don't know if you can see, but there's a dragon's eye over on the side,
Hmm.
and you can follow that down to the nose. And then there are all these little baby dragons kind of superimposed in various places. and lots of other dragons. I'm calling it Sea of Dragons. Shakatia kataya kakaya kotoya, ia kaya toya kaya tai, ia koya tai. So it's very subtle in the background. Shakatia kaya kaya kaya. And so I've got another kaleidoscope to share with you. Okay. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So this is that in kaleidoscope, and I can see many, many beings. There's a face, there's another face, there's another face, there's another face. They're all over the place. Ashakatia kaya kutoya ka ashaki, ia kashakatia kashati ai katoya katoya kai 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 tokoya kai kai. Chokoya ka. There's another face there. There's another being there with wings. Face. There's another face there. Another face there. Shakataya kokosho tokoya katai. There's another one here. Ashakataya kokoya kakaya tokoi here. Ashakatoya kaya. Ashakakatoya kakaya kataya kokoya kakai kiki tiki 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 taka toko toko to. Akatoko toko 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 tita taka tita katoko toko 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 kotaya kai 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 kai. Ashikaya toi kai kai. Nia katoya ashati. Ashatia ayakai oyatai. Oyato oyi. We're getting the song. Ia oyati. Atia oyati. Ia. Ia toko ia. Oyataki. Tayo yo yo. Iataki. Ataki. Ataka oyata iakai. Iata koya. Iata koya. Ishi. Ayakoyatai. And so now I'm seeing those two hands reach for each other through the song. Ashata iakatoi. Iatai. Iata ai. Iata ai. Oi. 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 Aya iatoi. Toi. And feeling the solar plexus. Shaka. Release. Ashaka. Iatoi. Palette. Iatoi. Ashai. Toi. And is settling down now onto the earth. Shatia. So I think that's the masculine coming in, landing, releasing through the solar plexus and the palate, landing, feet on the ground. Yatai yakaya toya. Yatai. So now I'm feeling the gateway. The other message I've been getting a lot of is the gateway, the masculine, becoming the king, having the key, and going through the gateway. I feel that that's what this one here is. Walking through the gateway. And the painting that's coming in now is the divine marriage painting of the doves. The doves are in front of a gateway. It's a 12-12 portal, and they're standing in front of the gateway, and that's the marriage gateway with the third dimension, the fifth dimension. They're in that gateway, and that's where they marry. So I'm feeling through. I'm seeing an infinity through the throat chakra now, and a clearing through third eye. Releasing through solar plexus. And now I'm feeling the surrender. So I felt through my masculine, I felt a surrendering through the upper body, through the spine, the back of the upper body. It's like, oh, I'm letting go of shouldering the burden, of carrying the blame, of fighting against what the truth is, um, or defending it. Just it is, and I'm surrendering to what is. So I'm feeling that coming in now. And so I'm with this one, I'm feeling it moving on to the quantum. So as we work all of those together, it's now activating on the quantum to the other twins. And so I'm seeing the kingdom, the king, the queen, and the kingdom, except it's the emperor, the empress, and the kingdom, and the empire, the higher dimensional home. And as they connect out to everyone else and everything else. So what I'm feeling now is this expansion through here and eyes, feeling the eyes being altered, upgraded, cleared. Ropes are being taken off, the ropes. Any ropes of restriction, holding anyone back, especially around the throat, stopping you from speaking or expressing your truth or who you really are, being who you are, being bright. Yeah, it's feeling the upper back, shifting, reorganizing with that surrender. Okay, so I'm being reminded, the other thing I wanted to share with you came from a session I did this morning. This lady, she was holding on to, she's still anchoring into 3D and being very frustrated about not making forward progress, but it's because she was anchoring into 3D. So we released that and she was able to anchor into 5D. And as that happened, she got woken up from a deep slumber, like Sleeping Beauty, like hundreds of years kind of thing. So she got woken up from a deep slumber, but very, very, very gently. So very slowly lifted onto her feet, very delicately, waking up from this deep slumber, and very, very slowly over a long time was lifting her onto her feet like you would like a new like someone that's just had surgery or something, very delicate, very big transformation from the 3D to the 5D. And as we got her on her feet, she was lifted up very slowly and like Cinderella in with a fairy godmother getting ready for her ball to meet her prince, she was suddenly gowned in these exquisite magical gowns, and everything she needed was there. She had her carriage, her kingdom, everything she could possibly want, but not just the basics, like exquisite, exquisite, abundant, prosperous, anything she could imagine. It was all there, given to her. And the next stage was she got a wand put in her hand so she could create all of those things. So this was all anchoring into the 5D, and that was a transformation that happened moving into the 5D. So she wasn't awoken by Prince, but she was awakened by a shift, by anchoring into the 5D, stood up on her feet, and the abundance came in, and then she got her manifestation tools. So just following on from that excerpt from the Twinflame Alignment workshop, and there was a lot more that happened, I just want to carry on with the analogy of Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella. And Becky from our Twinflame Alignment group then shared with me the song from, I'm not sure which one, I think it's from Sleeping Beauty, where she starts singing about the dream, and she recognizes her prince from the dream. She knows they've met before in a dream, and he's watching, and when she's singing about that, about the connection, he comes in and joins in the song, and then she's surprised at him showing up. He said, but we know each other from the dream, you've just been saying that. So I'll put the link for that below. I got shivers, I got activations. It felt very much like what the process is at the moment. So I hope that that spoke to you. I hope you could receive codes from that. I have more to share. But do recognize that you've received light codes there through art, through the amazing work of our Twinflame Alignment group. Thank you very much, acknowledging the Twinflame Alignment group. Amazing group of people, did amazing work. We're sharing the codes with you there through this video. So it is a big transition, and you are likely to be noticing that life feels different. You see it from a different perspective. It feels lighter. A lot of the density has shifted, and you might be really starting to see those soul connections come in. And there's a lot of peace coming from the masculine now, from the masculine within ourselves and from the masculine counterpart. So really do recognize that you've received a lot of codes there. Listen to the video several times to keep receiving until you feel that you've got everything you need from it. And drink a lot of water, rest when you need to. You're likely to need to sleep or rest a lot. And take care. We'll see you in the next one. Blessings.